Hey guys, got a great video for you. This is a video on how to build a sausage stuffer. This is pretty inventive. I've seen some things before, but this is one that really caught my eye and is going to help me out and make a lot of the things easier for processing your own game and making whatever you want to make. So in this case, this is a water-powered sausage stuffer. They have some, I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, they have some that are professionally made, some in the market that range $150 and more. So, you know, you can go and get a water-powered one, but you're going to pay quite a bit. This one should be in the area of about $50 or less usually, depending on where you get your parts and what time of year and what you already have. And that's considering you don't have to buy any tools to make some of the parts. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into this. This is a 4-inch PVC pipe. 4-inch PVC pipe, you know, just standard. It's 40 schedule 40, so it's got some pressurizing capabilities to it, but you don't want to do a lot. This water stuffer actually will be running on just on regular city pressure, so nothing extreme or anything like that. So you probably want to use like schedule 80 if you're going to do that, but just check with your local area, or if you're on a pump and you know what your pressure is. Do this at your own risk. I don't want to, be responsible for anything like that, but do this at your own risk. But I will just tell you how I did it. So, like I said, I have the 4-inch pipe, and then I have a end cap that goes to the end of that, and in the end, I've put in a conversion nipple there that screws into the end. So on the outside, it's actually just a 3/4 water garden hose thread, and it goes to a two-way split there, and both of those have ball valves in them. So I could use one from a water inlet and then have the other one closed, use my water inlet, and I'm going to put a vent valve in this, but I can also just tilt it up, turn this one slightly on so my water is coming in, and then turn this one open, and that will vent the air out, and then just have it fill up slowly initially, and then close it, and then I can continue pressing on my sausage, putting pressure on the meat. So after this nipple is in there, what I did was I drilled a little 1-inch hole. I think it was 1 inch, a 1-inch hole that I drilled into the inside. And then I heated up this brass. This has a thread in the inside. I'm going to get this off and show you. They fit pretty tight. I haven't glued it together yet, obviously, because I wanted to show you guys how to do this. So on the inside, it's threaded in there. It's threaded. And I took and heated this up. This is brass. It'll do fine, won't stretch or warp or anything like that. I heated that up. And after I drilled my hole into my cap, then I held it with pliers, so don't touch it with your hand, and then just threaded it in there. So the threads itself actually self-tapped it. So it's good. It's in there. It's not coming out, not doing anything. If you want to do extra safety, you can go ahead and put a nut on the inside, and that'll make sure that it's not coming out. And even if you really want to take it a step further, you can back this out, wrap it with Teflon tape, and that'll give you a really good seal also. And that's what I'm going to end up doing. So then so you have that. That's the cap, the end cap, and the water inlet. Now to move on to the head. The head is just a male to female threaded end cap that goes on not a thread, a cap, but a head, and it mounts onto the head here, mounts onto that, and then I have a threaded plug that goes in the inside. So this slides onto the tube itself, and then it's threaded on the inside. Okay, and that cap, this little plug that goes in there is just a regular 4-inch plug. And then I took and drilled a 1-inch hole in the end of this cap. This cap is actually sealed like that. It won't come with a hole in it. You have to drill that hole in there. So I took a 1-inch blade, drill bit, and then drilled a hole because I measured this 3/4 PVC pipe, and I knew that it was. And if you want to do these things in millimeters, it's best to do it in millimeters because your clearance will be better. I measured the outside diameter of the 3/4 PVC pipe, and I think it measured somewhere around, I don't know, it was like 25 millimeters. So then I measured my 1-inch diameter blade, drill blade, and it was 24 millimeters. So I knew that that was going to be a really nice tight fit. So I drilled that hole, and then I hammered it in there, and it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. That pressure is not going to push that out because it's going to have relief right there. So I can also take and heat this up and warp it down if I want to make it a smaller diameter, or stick another little PVC pipe in there, taper the edges to make it smaller, whatever I want to do, or get another cap, buy another cap, and put one in there just like this for a different size. I mean, so it's just endless what you can do, and that works for me. I'm just going to use that size. That's what I'll be doing. Now onto the piston. I'm going to try and go through this pretty quickly. The piston is pretty straightforward. It can be that's the toughest thing. It's going to be your most time-consuming thing to do. It's just a regular cut board, like cutting board, plastic cutting board that you can get from any grocery store or whatever like that, or department store. You can go and get a plastic cutting board, and then you want to take a little snip of your PVC off here, off the end. Like I took and cut a little bit of it off, maybe like, I don't know, it was maybe not even a ½ an inch. Cut it off, and then I put that on top of my board, trace the inside so I know I have the exact diameter. In millimeters, it's 99 millimeters in the inside of this 4-inch pipe. The inside diameter is 99 millimeters. You can take and turn, you can take a block of this. Most guys have been finding 2-inch thick PVC, and they have been turning it on a lathe. Man, but it's like $40 per square foot for the 2-inch block of PVC. That doesn't work for my budget. You know what I was looking to do. So like I said, I cut several I cut several circles out of the cutting board. Probably just like I think it was like a 24 by 20 cutting board, and I cut a couple of circles out of there, stacked them together, and then put them on my drill press, and then I sanded them down so I knew that my dimensions were just right. Put them on the drill press, and then turned it on low speed, and then just sand it down until it got where I wanted. And then after that, I needed to put in my grooves for my O-rings. So I took one of my files, had a metal file, just like a metal rod, heated that up and twisted and turned it by hand, all by hand, twisted and turned it, and burned my end grooves into the piston itself, and it worked out pretty okay. Probably, like I said, I'm probably gonna try this out. It's working right now. I'll probably end up having one turned when I get around to it. I don't know. But I had the board, had it laying around, so it didn't cost me anything. But the O-rings, 3 of them were $1.27. You can get your O-rings at, I know Granger sells them. It's called a Buna, B-U, or Buna, maybe I'm not pronouncing it correctly, B-U-N-A-N, and that's Buna in, and it's a number 342 is the one that you can put on there, and that will fit your ring nicely. You want to make sure that your diameter is not, that the diameter of the cylinder or the ram is not, I mean the cylinder, let's just call it, I mean the ram, let's just call it that. So the ram, make sure that it's not actually 99 millimeters, because you want the diameter of the ram to be somewhere around 90, at least 96, somewhere around that, so it's got a little bit of a clearance, and the O-ring is actually what's sealing the inside of the barrel there. So that will actually allow it to move down, but you're gonna grease it really well, slide it in. I'm just gonna assemble this for you guys real quick. Pretty straightforward. I'm gonna glue all of these together here shortly. Like I said, put that cap in there, put the other end cap on there, and this goes on the end. Okay, and then I drilled like I said, I drilled a hole and stacked those together, so it was pretty well in there. So then I take and push my cap in there, and you want to rock it in there is the best way. Let's see if I can get it in there. Gotta try and do it this way. And there we go. Alright, now you'll hear this. See how that sounds? It's pushing the air out of there. That's what you want, a good solid seal. Okay, just throw that on, and you will load your sausage up, pressure it through, and I'm going to show you guys a video when I get this all together and put that together. Alright, talk to you guys later. Journey to the outdoors.